We demand entertainment.
Are you not entertained?
Put on your dancing shoes.
Now give me your best shot.
From mamamia.com.au, Emma Gillespie is here. The top question. Kim Cattrall, Sex and the City. How much poo pie did she have to eat?
I know you've been losing sleep over this one.
But I don't think it's a matter of her having to eat poo pie, was it? Because
No, I think she's getting paid quite nicely. But this is Kim Cattrall, the queen of boundaries, I think. So she doesn't do anything she doesn't want to do. So I don't think necessarily this is on anyone else's terms but her own. But you're right, she's back by popular demand for one scene only.
whose demand? The audience's demand?
Yeah, I think the audience's demand. So, and just like that is the name of the Sex and the City spin-off. We had a season of it just over a year ago.
Any good? I didn't see it.
I loved it.
Okay.
But big fans of Kim Cattrall's character, Samantha Jones, didn't love it because she wasn't there. And it's the dynamic was certainly thrown, and they tried to sort of pad it out with other characters and other interesting people and storylines, but it was a pretty gaping hole. And they left the door open. The character of Samantha Jones was kind of in the show as someone that Carrie Bradshaw, Sarah Jessica Parker's character, was texting throughout the show. So there was a little bit of a glimmer of hope that the door might be open.
It's like Iceman in Top Gun Maverick. You know
Yes.
how Tom
Yeah.
Cruise, or Maverick and Iceman were.
I actually get that reference. Sometimes Jonesy makes references and I just don't know
Yeah,
what
I'm
he's
halfway
talking
Hang
about.
on, is this about my sacrificial anode thing?
Yes, I still don't
Because
understand
the
that.
anode people are loving it.
Do we need to go back to where it all began in
Yes.
the fight? What
Yes.
happened?
So Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall have this infamous feud. Like, they just loathe each other, allegedly. And it all happened towards the end of the Sex and the City series on television, the HBO show, which finished in 2004. And then there were two movies. But it had sort of been well known that there was a frosty relationship between SJP and Kim Cattrall for some time, as well as Michael Patrick King, who is the showrunner. So Michael Patrick King and Sarah Jessica are on their team, and then Kim Cattrall is like enemy territory. But it played out quite publicly when they were going to make a third Sex and the City movie. And I don't know if you've seen the second Sex and the City movie. Not amazing. Not critically acclaimed. Pretty low rating on Rotten Tomatoes, I believe. Not good. Kim Cattrall was apparently furious with sort of how her character Samantha was beginning to be portrayed. And in the script for the third movie, which was all set to go ahead, she hated what they did to Samantha Jones, her character. And she said, "No, I'm done. I'm out." And she just wanted to do something different.
So what did they actually do to her character? Because she would seem to have no scruples or anything.
Well, I think Samantha is the character that has the most sex. It's Sex and the City, and Samantha is the serial single, doesn't fall for any of the BS of romance, doesn't need a man, independent icon, and she loves sex. That's her whole brand. And I think maybe because she's a little bit older than the other characters. She's 66 now. I think the other three women are in their late 50s. But on the show, Samantha is probably portrayed as at least 10 years older than the other characters. And I'm just not sure if this is actually what happened, but I suspect that it was that she was that older character and they just sort of put her in this box of the only sort of value that you bring to the show is that you have lots of sex. And maybe she just wanted more depth.
She wanted to be more than sex.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, sadly, ironically, she left the franchise altogether to focus on other projects. None of them have really succeeded or taken off. But she is coming back for one scene only, but it's not really as we think. She won't have to see or speak to any of the other characters, which was sort of the rules, the conditions. She is in one scene on a phone call to Carrie. So she's apparently in a car. It was so top secret that the people on set, the crew, everyone, no one knew who they were lighting this scene for, who they were going to be filming. And then in walks Kim Cattrall for this one scene on a phone. It's the last episode of season 2. I think what will happen is she's going to be maybe coming back to New York. So she lives in London at the moment. That's what we've been told, her character. Maybe she's in a car in New York, calls Carrie, and she's like, "I'm here."
How do you, as a fan of the show, meaning you, not me, I don't mind the show, but if you're a watcher of the show, knowing about the feud, when you see this scene where you go, yeah, they're talking to each other, or you just go, that's so, I can't get past the real story.
I think when I watch it looking back, I do feel this sort of sense of you're aware of it all the time that they hate each other. But weirdly enough, it kind of makes it more impressive to me that they're professional enough or good enough at their jobs to be in the room with each other, have these really candid scenes, really intimate moments, convince us that they have a beautiful friendship when really as soon as the cameras are turned off, they don't talk to each other. But no one really thought this would ever happen. In 2022, Kim Cattrall said that she found out about the spin-off and just like that from social media, that she wasn't approached, she wasn't even asked. And people said to Sarah Jessica, why didn't you ask her? And she said, well, why would I ask her? She was never going to say yes, and there's too much that's gone down.
So she was never going to be included?
No. It's got a bit of after MASH vibes. Remember MASH? MASH wrapped up, and then they had
I remember MASH?
So much like this.
So after MASH, they did a thing with after, and it said had BJ Honeycutt, Klinger, and the Father Mulcahy.
Show bags, all the best.
All of them show bags.
And I'm going, what? So it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah,
We're
thank
from the
you for
same
saying
prayer
it because I had that next in my notes, that thing about MASH, my favourite show.
Now it's a sacrificial anodes. Thank you.
Dear me. Thank you, Emma.
Thank you.
You'll catch her at mamamia.com.au. Talk to you next week, Em.